Brothers and sisters, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go over my ban list prediction, because as you guys know, the time has passed and it's time for a ban list. By gathering the minds of my chat or chatters, we were able to create this amazing ban list. So the first one that we're gonna see on a possible ban list is gonna be Diablosis number 89. Now, Diablosis creates a very unhealthy game, in my opinion, because conditions the deck building in a way that you will have to play the two offs in your extra deck of your main combo pieces, or even in the main deck in some scenarios, and allows Kashtira to make the lock 3 or lock 5, and in my opinion should go. Now we go on a spicy take that in my opinion probably it's not gonna happen. It's Super Heavy Samurai Soulbreaker Armor. Now this card allows a 1-card FTK in the next set of Super Heavy Samurai. This card in my opinion is very unhealthy for two reasons, because it's accessible with a 1-card combo, and Super Heavy Samurai can summon a Baron de Fleur that's immune by card effect, so they can protect the combo through Nibiru and Impermanence, and the deck has 15 flex spots in order to play Entrops as well, and they have 12 starters in order to pull off this card, this combo that's gonna be protected by Baron de Fleur. Let me show you. The deck requires 5 bricks, and only 2 of them are actually hard bricks. So we go into Soul Piercer, into the Link 1, then we search the bike, then the bike is gonna search Wakaushi. Wakaushi is gonna scale itself, that's gonna scale the Monk, that's gonna special summon, then it's gonna special summon Wakaushi. And then we can use the effect of Scarecrow in order to summon back Soul Piercer by pitching a monster. Then we go into Axel Synchron. Here you can also use the effect of Axel Synchron in order to special summon the Stardust Dragon from your extra deck and synchro summon right after you special summon a level 2 from the graveyard, so your Baron de Fleur will be immune by your opponent activated effect, and it will play through Nibiru Impermanence. Then we go into Baron de Fleur, we equip the Pacemaker, and then we special summon the Scale from the deck and then special summon Soul Piercer, we special summon Bankeep using his own effect, then we go into Beyond Pendulum, we add another Wakaoshi, and then we add Maxwell. This is one of the hard bricks. Then we Pendulum summon, and then we summon Awakening of the Possessed.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Now, this is the second hard brick of the deck. Then we go into Tilting Entertainment. Then we use the effect, Chailing 1, Chailing 2. We add Armor. And special summon Wakaushi from the extra deck. Then we special summon Armor. We go into the Synchro. We scale Max. We banish the first Armor. We banish the second Armor. And that's FTK. How the deck looks like, it's something around those lines. In this deck there are 12 flex spots, but there is space for 15 flex spots. There are different other takes on the FTK, and you will see them in the spreadsheet that I'm gonna post in the comment section down below. Shout out to Super Peludo and their Earth Machine Discord for giving me this amazing piece of content. If you guys want to read the cards, you can search the replay, and you can check the replay in the spreadsheet, and you will be able to understand better the FTK, because that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the ban list. Now, I think this card should go. There are only 2 takes about that. The first take is you ban this card and you avoid an unhealthy FTK in a deck that plays 12 1 starter combos, because it's a 1-card combo, and then 3 combo that requires 2 cards in order to pull off the 1-card combo. So it's like around 90% to FTK. You do that, or you win the dice roll. How do you win the dice roll? You go on sleeveshift.day. We go on sleeveshift.day and we purchase the new dice rolls. We got the Pot of Greed dice rolls, guys. So run and use Go5 to buy those amazing pieces and win the dice roll against Super Heavy Samurai in order to avoid the FTK. Let's move on. Branded Expulsion. I also think this card is unhealthy for the game, even though there will be a new release of a branded monster that requires Unbans and a spellcaster that's Albion the Incandescent Dragon. Now this card does almost the same thing as Expulsion, but there are some substantial differences. The first one is this card targets in the graveyard and does not summon from the banish pile like Expulsion. And this is a monster, this is a trap. And even though you can still puppet lock your opponent, this card is way more stoppable than Branded Expulsion. Why am I not banning the puppet lock? Because there are multiple cards that do the same thing as the puppet lock. We have Ido, for example. Ido, the Supreme Magical Force. You cannot summon monsters when this card is on your board. Why this card is not being played right now? Because it's a continuous effect that you can stop with Book of Moon. Then we have Disciple of Ra. So I'm not gonna ban Puppet, Disciple of Ra, or Ido. I'm gonna ban the problem card, and the problem card right now is Expulsion. And even though Albion, the Incandescent Dragon, does almost the same thing, it's a monster, and it's and it's more counterable than having Expulsion. Then Iblee, Iblee, in my opinion, can also stay. I don't really think this card has necessarily to go. It's just that I really don't like a combo like that locks your opponent, and that's like the same way I decide to ban Branded Expulsion. I think avoiding your opponent to play is very unhealthy for the game. I think the game should be more grindy, and that's why I want to ban a card like Iblee. And also because Purity is gonna be released soon, and you don't want a card like that in a Purity format. Limited to 1. Ferrier, Unicorn, and Brightsos. I think the TCG is gonna take the same take as the OCG. And maybe it's gonna go even further by banning also spell cards like Birth. They can also ban Birth. Maybe the TCG is gonna also ban Birth to avoid issues in the future, to address possible issues in the future. So why not? Maybe we will see also a Birth ban, but in my opinion right now, limiting Ferry to 1, Unicorn to 1, and Bright Sauce to 1 is the way to go with Diablosis ban in order to kill the deck, because this deck is unhealthy. I don't think this deck should stay. It's too control-ish. There are so many ways in this deck to play around board breakers and stuff, and playing consistently under a Macrocosmo, especially for decks like Super Heavy Samurai, it's not possible. And Chaos they released the new support, I think they will hit hard Kashtira. Fontaine to 1 and Tip to 1. I don't wanna ban any of the cards, the Runick cards, and there is a reason behind that, because there will be a new Runick card that's gonna come in November. It's a new fusion monster that you can special summon of the Runick. I think they will not destroy the archetype itself because of the new releases, but I think they will limit its power because it makes sense. And also draw 3, my bro. Like, what are we talking about? You draw 3 with Fountain, and also Tip can search any interruption in the game in order to stop your opponent on to slow up the piece of the game. I think limiting to 1 is the way to go. Making it a subpar engine, play less Runick in the deck, make it more inconsistent, and after you deal with the Fountain by banishing it or by removing it off the board, putting it in the banish pile, then the deck has no grind game no more. So I think it's fine. Then we go limiting Sprite Blue to 1. Why did I limit Sprite Blue to 1 and I did not limit Starter? Because if you guys are following the current scene, the competitive players are playing one starter in their deck. And everyone is playing 3 blue. So, makes the most sense to me to limit the card that's the most playable, and that one is blue. And also opening blue is better than opening starter. That's about it. There is not much to say. This card is just a better starter, especially with the Runick subpar engine. And that's why we go for blue to 1. Semi-limited.
Dino DNA. Are you kidding?
This is my take on that. I think Misk and Pankratops can go back to 2. I think it's time. There are also new releases for Dino, and makes sense to me to unleash a little bit of the power of Dino. So I read Misk, and I think it's fine. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. Unlimited, Gazelle back to 3 for all my Salamangreat enjoyers. Gabriel Susi, shout out to you. We got back, maybe. We're gonna get back. Salamangreat Gazelle. And then Pot of the Size, because I think we have to realize that limiting pots makes no sense at all. So let's put back Pot of the Size and let's release Gazelle back to 3. That's all about my banlist prediction. See you next time.